away after party. This is part two with our delightful guest, Madeleine White, who is the editor of Write On and a number of other things. And I'm not going to talk anymore because I think Madeleine has so much to tell us about all the different types of things she does and hats she wears.
Yes.
Madeleine, welcome
Welcome,
back to
Madeline.
part
Part
two.
two.
Thank you so much.
I
Well, I suppose all I will say is, I'm passionate about preventing stories from vanishing, and I think it's incredibly important that we bring our
Mm,
stories together as connective tissue for a world that's increasingly fractured, and the truth of ourselves we put into our work is at the heart of it. So everything I do, from Write On magazine to a platform I support, Librero, to my two novels, to my poetry, all of that is linked to that connective tissue of what makes us human and how we live in the world and how we can
mm,
help each
oh,
other.
round of applause. Love that.
yeah,
Thank you.
I
that's
love that. So can we talk about the magazine though? Because I really want to get into the nuts and bolts of that because I just think
Of
that's
course.
such a beautiful way to really just kind of be expansive and just share. And what were you saying? Something about international, Cath? What were you saying about that part? The,
yes.
the
Well, I'm
international.
sure Madeleine can tell us about her
Okay, go ahead,
international.
Madeline. Please, let's go.
So I am aware we're under time pressure, so I shall do it as quickly as I possibly can. Most writers experience severe failure at one point or another. My first novel, I was on 35 rejections, and I entered a competition, which I didn't realize at the time was pen to print. And I was placed, and I was invited to the awards ceremony. I
Oh,
realized what amazing writers pen to print was supporting, many of them from different cultural and working class backgrounds. And I realized there was an opportunity there to work in a system that I have done around my publishing, which is co-creation, which is basically by and for the target audience and then distributed for free in a number of venues. Luckily, Pen to Print agreed with me and we launched the print magazine. Well, we launched the website first, but that was just a kind of holding website in
Mm,
2018. Print magazine launched 2019, and then COVID hit. And we were distributing 6,000 magazines up and down the country, and suddenly there was nowhere to put them. And so that's when the website, which is what we term Write On Extra, came into its own. And we have regular posts, writers' submissions that we then, the volunteer team, pulls together as page editors that go out weekly. We have two or three of them every week, from features to the showcase, which includes fiction, poetry, prose, and it's an open submission policy because it's by and for the target audience. And the
mm,
podcast came last, and again, it's the same thing. Writers' tips by successful, well-known writers and publishers, and then listener contributions from everybody, and a number of other things, including interviews. The key thing I'd love you to take away, as well as your listeners, is there's an open submission policy. So by and for the target market, it's by and for you and me. And it's a really strong community of writers. We have nearly 400,000 users globally.
wow.
For the digital, we're voted in the top 10% of podcasts globally by an organization, which is
Wow.
wonderful. And as I say, 6,000 magazines, print magazines, with some really significant partnerships. And all because we know that stories matter and we want yours as well.
Wow. That
mm.
I just have to applaud that. That is amazing. I'm just like flabbergasted. I just feel so honored you're on our tiny little podcast.
But it,
But
don't,
we
but don't you see this is a point? We're connecting. The way this is what happens. This is about sharing experience, strength, and hope, and connecting and making stories
Ah,
happen together. That's
oh,
what we do.
strength and hope is my
there's the
favorite
key,
motto.
experience,
Yeah,
strength, and hope.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. That's
One
that.
day at a time, one conversation at a time.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. And
Indeed.
celebrating each other. I love that. I love celebrating individuality, celebrating creativity. It's all about who I am. That's just my passion.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, before we ended up the first episode, you had started to tell us about something else you were doing.
Well, as I wear a number of hats, but I
Yes.
suppose that's why I talked about, everything's connected to those
Yeah.
stories,
Mm-hmm.
and how we get those stories out there. So, my novel, which is under MAU at the moment, which is hopefully out in September 2027, that's linked to stories of Welsh history. No
Mm.
one's becoming someone's and contributing to nationhood.
Oh,
Again, it's spiritual feminine, which is something that really interests me. So that's one hat. My anthology, Maiden Mother Crone Anthology, is launching in August. That's another hat. That's my poetry. We've talked about the magazine, but another part of this lovely pattern is an organization I support, which is called Librero, which
Oh,
connects
yes,
readers.
that's it.
Yeah,
Can you spell it for us? Or I'm not
yeah,
quite.
it's Librero. So Librara, Librero. No, Libraro, librero.com. And
okay.
basically, again, all your listeners have the opportunity to upload one manuscript. And the reason that matters is because it's 15,000 people. There's been a huge international prize that
Wow.
we've just rewarded. It's been on a lot of channels. £50,000 prize, £30,000 advance, and £20,000 for marketing budget. It was a competition launched with Hachette. There's
Wow.
15,000 people on the platform now, of which 5,000 are manuscripts and 10,000 are readers. And
Wow.
the whole point, this comes back to community, doesn't it? And the readers are basically engaging with those manuscripts, and the publishers
Mm,
are obviously loving the data they see, because then they can see what works and what doesn't, rather than just a guesswork and your manuscript sitting in a dusty inbox.
I
So
love
do you see how it connects? It
yes, it does.
stops stories from vanishing.
Harper Collins did something like that maybe about 20, 15, 20 years ago.
I don't
They did, and I would say the big difference is now
Tell
the
me.
technology really is in place to cope with it. And I think there's a couple of things. So one of the things, if you imagine blockchain for financial transactions, so each time, that's how digital currency
Mm,
works. So each time there's a transaction, it's minted, it's
mm,
recorded in cyberspace. That is the basis of Librero. So when you upload an unpublished manuscript, it's safe because it is connected to your name, and that allows its provenance and its IP protection, which is intellectual property protection, that allows it to stand, which means it's not anywhere near as at much risk as it might be as if through data scraping and things. So it's safe and it's protected, and that allows people, including the publishing industry, to see it rather than it sitting in a dusty inbox.
yeah.
And for readers, of course, the whole purpose is co-creation. They can engage with a manuscript before it's published. They can comment, they can give suggestions, and we have seen writers actually taking that on board and seeing what the other is doing, because readers are so often writers as well. So again, it's one of these
Mm.
beautiful new ecosystems that, thanks to technology, is actually allowing voices to travel in a different way.
Oh, I love that so much. Is it broken down? I'm gonna check it out after this,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
is
please
it
do.
is
And
it
as I say, it's free to use. It's
is
so
it broken
everyone
down
can
by
upload.
genre? Is it broken down by genre, like
Yeah.
adult and how and what are the genres for Librario?
Oh, I think there's about 15 in total. I made sure
Okay.
we got spirituality.
Oh,
So
wow.
Hey,
that is me. We've got feminism and we've got spirituality.
Nice.
But we've
Madeline.
got anything from adventure. We've got poetry. I've got
Okay.
my I've uploaded my book. So, adventure, crime, romance, all the typical ones. We've got young YA, so there's about 15 genres, and you can
Wow.
search.
I
So
love that
it's
so much.
really,
It's all in one
yeah,
spot. I love that
yeah,
so much. I would
yeah.
definitely look that up. That's awesome.
And for authors, it's really lovely because I uploaded Mother of Floods on there, and I can actually see who's read it. I can that you upload the first 10,000 words, and you can see how many people are reading it, how far they've come. You get to read your comments. So, in this place where we so often feel we're writing into a vacuum, it actually
Mm.
really allows you to connect, and that comes back to the power of technology to
It's
connect
almost like a
with
beta. It's almost like having a beta read in a way. Like you get to sample out your work and see if it's working. And so you
yeah,
upload the first 10,000 words. I was wondering about that. I wonder if
yeah,
you upload
yeah.
the whole manuscript or just just a sample. Or I love that so
Does
much.
this,
Wow.
with the safety measures, you say it's safe from AI?
Well, I mean, how far is anything safe from AI?
True.
But it's as safe as it can be. So you may still have a bad actor somewhere, photographing a page and then, transform it, so that is always a risk,
Mm.
but that's a risk anywhere. But fundamentally, your name is
Mm.
minted against your manuscript, and that means that provenance is established. So people know who it belongs to, and that's a digital record in the same way as a financial transaction, and that is the
Yes.
most secure way of protecting.
Yeah.
And as for AI, it's really, I mean, this was something that really impressed me. In September, we were at the Frankfurt Book Fair, and we'd had someone upload a book which was created by AI, and they said it was called My Little Book of AI. And that what the system did is it completely stripped it because it recognized it had been AI generated, and it completely stripped it. So all you had was a grey cover and no information.
Oh,
And
wow.
so that for me, again, bearing in mind to what degree the market is now being flooded, we have organizations like the Society of Authors, saying created by people. There's an organization we work with through Librero, which is called Books by People. So actually where you've got that provenance, a human author provenance that's recognized. And so that's a really important thing. And so Librero, it's not proprietary technology yet. The strength of Librero is in the convening power of the different technologies to create the whole, which is fundamentally being as certain as you can it is human authored and protecting that human author from, being
Mm.
scraped, being used, being misappropriated, and not being able to earn. Because we know how little authors earn anyway. So isn't it outrageous if someone actually uses and misappropriates our work? So it's a way of actually building this new kind of infrastructure for a new kind of world. And I think we're desperately in need of
Oh my
that.
gosh, I'm so excited by this. This has made me so excited because it can get so daunting when you look at the what the world how the world is going for books.
Absolutely.
Especially as you know, I'm still kind of an upcoming writer myself. I mean, I've been writing for a long time, but I haven't entered the publishing space until just recently. And I have an agent now, and I'm on sub,
Yay.
and it's all kind of scary and daunting. And then you look at what AI is doing, and you're like, oh my gosh, like where have I started my career? But this is giving me such hope. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm just like so blessed right now to be on this podcast and listening to this. And I hope our audience feels the same. And when you upload something to Librario, is it still intellectual property of your own? Or I mean,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Yeah,
Totally. I
because
mean,
it's
it's
minted to
yours.
you, your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
okay. And
Yeah.
you could still go the traditional route with that too. You wouldn't have to sub-publish it.
That's the whole point of it.
Mhm.
That's why, that's Hachette are going to be publishing Donna Fisher's novel that she uploaded.
Oh wow.
That's exactly the point. So it's a way instead of sending something, and if you've got an agent now, you will have had so many rejections as
Oh
any
yes.
of us going for it.
Yes. Yes.
So instead of having your work and about you and the story about the story sitting in a dusty inbox somewhere,
Yes.
you've actually got it out there, and with the publishing industry looking at it, with agents looking at it,
Wow.
and that is so precious because it really allows connection to your work much earlier, and it's protected.
And
That's
I
always
love that.
been,
I love
I
that you
mean,
can create a buzz. You could create a buzz of your own work without even.
precisely,
That's amazing.
precisely.
Oh my gosh,
So
I
Yeah.
think I
Nick,
have a piece I want.
you know what we should do? We should both upload something
Yes.
Oh, please
and
do. Yes.
talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
I think
Absolutely.
I want to upload my new thriller. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. I'm excited.
Oh, that would be wonderful, and I'm certain, we would be delighted to work with you in terms of, if that's what you're doing on the podcast, I'm sure we can feed in some way as well.
let's
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm ready for this. Yes, let's do
yeah,
this.
you have to.
definitely. Oh my gosh, there's a whole thing that's going to grow from here.
But this is, again, I come back to that. Communities aren't
Mm.
merely content producers within systems, they're trust producing environments. Think about
Yes.
that. Communities are trust producing environments. And actually, we so desperately need those. And the only way we can create that trust is through each other, be it in a digital medium like we're doing now with Zoom, or, as with Librero or with Right On the digital side. But actually, the truth of us, the truth of our stories is what binds and connects. And that will ultimately be what drives community restoration within this brave new wild west of the world.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, Madeline, this has been, I can't believe we're at the end of part two.
Oh, I know.
I feel like the
Oh,
conversation has just
yeah.
started. Oh, but wow. I feel so inspired and so supported and just like so excited for like whatever's gonna happen, because I love that there are, true champions like yourself out there really protecting writers. That's just, and protecting the craft, and really, paying tribute to like what an actual writer has to go through to create, because it's not easy. It's probably the most daunting thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, I've given birth, and this is probably harder.
Oh, I so agree with you. I so agree with you.
I mean, growing a human being and giving birth to that human being was actually easier than creating a book.
And no one can tell you how painful that birth is. No one can prepare you. And exactly the same goes for writing. But
Yep.
unless you feel that pain, it won't be what you need it to be.
Yes.
And that's it. It's as simple as that. That pain is a necessary part of the process. And
So
the only
true.
way we can bear that is actually if we support each other.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's what builds our backbone and our breastbone.
Absolutely.
It's like the little bird coming out of its shell. It has to peck, 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 peck,
Yeah.
peck
Yeah.
Yeah.
by itself. Because if you break the shell, then you've taken away that strengthening period, which is vital for them to become a strong birdie.
Yeah. I know we have an episode called Building the Backbone. And I think that that's everything that we just discussed
Yeah.
today.
Nick, you have some questions, don't you?
Oh, yes,
Rapid
I'm so
fire.
sorry. Yes. I'm like, we are still on a podcast.
I know, we're just tripping over ourselves. We're so excited, but we have our homework.
I
We
was
have
just
a mission
seriously
to
just having a
accomplish.
conversation with Madeline. I wasn't really, I forgot we were on a podcast. Okay. Hi. Rapid fire questions. And we do this to all of our guests. And
Okay.
there are one word answers. There's no wrong answer. And you can always pass if it's something that you don't want.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Rapid fire questions. One, where is your favorite place to write?
My nook, my study, my garret.
Oh, I love
Where
you.
I am now.
I love it. Pencil, pen, or electronic device?
Electronic device,
Okay.
but pen for poetry.
Oh,
Oh,
I will have to discuss that one day. Do you write every day, most days, or sporadically?
I write every day creatively, sporadically when I have a
Okay.
project. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you have it. If you were an ice cream flavor, what would you be?
Stracciatella
Oh, that was very
with
specific.
lots of lovely little chocolate bits inside.
Oh, I love that.
mm.
Rainy or sunny?
Rainy
Oh, beach or mountains?
mountains.
Okay. And if you could if you could be an avatar, if you could choose an avatar to represent you, what would that be?
Pegasus.
Oh, that's a first. And if you could have coffee with one person from your personal past or historical past, who would that be?
St. Non, who my new novel is based on.
Oh, I
Ooh.
love that.
The patron saint, St. David's mother, patron and St. David's patron saint of Wales. And she was raped and she gave birth to David. So if you imagine, out of that incredible pain comes incredible hope and beauty. And
Wow.
that's the building of a nation. So, St. Non.
Oh, I love that so much. And I'm such a fan of Wales.
Yeah, with your heritage. So sorry, not quite a one-word answer. I did my best.
It's all right.
The last one's it's a long one. That's why we save it for last. Well, Madeline, it has been such a pleasure. I'll let Kath take us out, but oh my gosh, thank you so much. It's been such an honor.
Thank you so much for inviting me today. It's just been such a pleasure. It's done my heart good. So thank you.
Oh,
I am so glad. Again, it was a meeting meant to happen that
Yes.
I was taking care of the stand or the little at the book fair while Claire and Jill went off to do something, and it was not what I was there for, but I was happy to do it. And then who should I bump into?
oh.
Madeline and Lena, and it's just been since then, just such a dear, dear beginning of a relationship, and um,
Oh,
may it
I'm
continue
so
for many
excited.
years.
Yeah, I feel that strongly too. Let
Yeah.
us make sure we foster these connections because that's the mechanisms through how we preserve our world, our capacity for love and our capacity for
Exactly,
hope.
exactly.
It's the
And we
blossoming. They just
continue.
Yeah.
blossom.
I'm stealing something from you, Madeline. We continue to be passionate about preventing stories from disappearing.
Oh,
I love that so much.
always.
Okay,
All
my
right, writer
friends, thank you
friends.
for being here. We gotta go. I know.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.